I'm not a geophysicist, but the tools to get those pictures are very much like a sonogram. When a woman goes to the doctor and has a sonogram, the picture comes across as little layers. And the pictures that we get from the tools of geophysics do essentially the same thing. There are several different methods that are used depending upon whether you're looking onshore or offshore. And I will use the onshore as probably the most practical and relatable explanation. Onshore, there are some little devices called geophones, and basically they are sound receptors. They are laid out in an orientation, in a pattern, usually a linear pattern, and then a charge is set off. Sometimes an explosion, dynamite, sometimes just a big, heavy, almost like a hammer coming down. It's a thumper truck. It's a truck with a lot of, the thumper trucks have a lot of weight to them, and the weight is just suddenly dropped on the ground to send a vibration through the earth. And those geophones pick up the vibration. The vibrations are gathered by computer. Computer algorithms are used to process that information, and the travel time between the time that the charge goes off at the surface, reaches a layer in the earth, and then reaches the geophone is recorded. And that is done over and over again, and every layer of the earth is identified as to its travel time. And what you end up with at the end of it all, it's sort of black box and very magic, but what you end up with is a layered interpretation or a layered picture, which the geophysicist then interprets. And you can actually see the geological structures, you can see those underground hills, you can see the salt, you can see the geological faults, that is the big cracks in the earth that, that develop in response to the stress and strain applied by nature. Salt is again very interesting because its density is so much less than the density of the rocks around it that the sound signal just gets scattered all over the place. Think about Jell-O. Think about Jell-O overlain by something luscious like, you know, a flourless chocolate cake. The cake is much more dense than the Jell-O. So sound traveling through the Jell-O is going to be scattered everywhere. I'll use a big word, Newtonian fluid. Salt behaves like a Newtonian fluid. Under pressure, it has no structure. It's like glass or Jell-O.